Hello and welcome to this episode of CITV. Today I'm joined by Dr. Jason Saunders, and he's here to tell us about his newly published book, Oxygen Under Pressure. Dr. Saunders, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me back.
So listen, I know that writing a book is no easy task. It's hard, it takes a long time to do. What inspired you to do this, or why'd you do it in the first place?
So Freddie, as you know, we're all about education. And so, the big thing about hyperbaric oxygen is still that there's a lot of misunderstandings, there's a lot of misconceptions, there's a lot of myths still about hyperbaric oxygen and how it works and why it works. So we really wanted to put that book together so that we can clear up a lot of those misunderstandings, that we could really clarify how it works, why it works, who it works for, what it works for, the safety and the contraindications around it. Really put together, what I would almost consider a manual for usage of hyperbaric oxygen.
That's great. So who is this book designed for? Like, what's the audience you're trying to reach with this?
So it's really written for doctors. Mm-hmm. We wanted to write the book for doctors to really help them understand these mechanisms really, really well. We wanted them to be able to communicate with their staff and their patients about hyperbaric oxygen, how it works and why it works, what the benefits are. So it was really originally written for doctors in mind, but it's also written in a way for most of the chapters that a patient could really understand it. That way the doctor could hand it to a patient and say, hey, listen, chapter 3, I really think that that's important for you, and they'd be able to look through that material and actually understand the material and understand the benefits.
I can imagine that being very helpful. So what is the outcome you're really trying to achieve with this book?
So again, we're being all about education. We really want to get patients treated. We're trying to improve access of hyperbaric oxygen to the patient, and we're doing that through really educating the doctors. We feel like if we can educate the doctors, we can improve the amount of doctors utilizing hyperbaric in their clinic, we could increase patient access. And so we're trying to educate the doctor to, one, understand it, whether they want to use it in their own office so that they get equipment and they start treating their own patients, or at least refer out for it once they understand the true benefits of how it works.
So this is excellent. So, you were the person that introduced me to hyperbaric, and we bought a unit, and then we also have one as well that we use clinically, and it's been very helpful. So I want to personally thank you for that introduction. I think this is actually going to lead to even more doctors being educated, and in turn that's going to help more patients, so I applaud you for that. Dr. Saunders, if more people wanted to learn more about you or more about hyperbaric oxygen therapy, where can they find you?
So, they could, our main site is HBOT USA, HBOTusa.com. We also have a YouTube channel, HBOT USA, where we put out about 2 or 3 videos a week, all just same thing, just educating certain concepts. We try to keep those videos really short. Most of them are 5 to 8 minutes long, just on specific topics, just so you can kind of dial in, okay, I want to know more about this, I want to know more about that. So they're short, they're easy to understand, but again, it's all about education. So.
Very cool. So if you want to get a copy of this book, Oxygen Under Pressure, it's available on Amazon today in print format as well as Kindle. Check it out. I've dug into it already and I'm enjoying it, and I think you will too. So thank you very much for joining us on this episode of CITV. And again, thank you very much, Dr. Saunders. I appreciate your time. We'll catch everybody next time.